Alright folks, today we'll be playing Chile, the long boy of South America and the stealer of coastlines, and that is exactly what I plan to do for this campaign.
But there's probably some cool forbidden stuff you can steal.
I don't know, Fry. For the first time in my life, I feel like I've stolen enough.
Bender, snap out of it.
Sorry, I don't know what came over me. Let's go.
Make it a little fun. Let's see if I can make a giant ring around America, stealing all the coastline. And to do that, today we'll be playing with a bit of a mod. Yes, the Unión y Libertad mod is perfect for any gameplay in South America, and this is, this is just the focus tree for Chile. I think they have one for almost every country in South America. This is nuts. This is industry and fixing the Great Depression. Let's see, how great is this depression? I don't see any Great Depression here. It might pop up later. Anyway, you can either form the Frente Popular. Okay, so this looks like a flavor of democracy slash communism. This is straight up communism, and this is anarchy. I do like anarchy. We have either some flavor of democracy, which can go democratic, somewhat democratic, and then we have straight up fascism. I know this is going to sound horrible, but I do like my fascism in this game. Let's see where the war goals are at. So it's either going to be communist or fascist. I'm going to leave this to fate. I'm going to flip a coin. Heads, Frente Popular. Tails, by right. And it's tails. Oh well, let's start with a bit of industry though. So I'm gonna grab industry and a bit of stability, and then we'll move on. So, research the basics, I'm thinking, because I think we have a little bit of time before we start eating everyone's coastline. Dockyards, let's make a convoy. Guns, or do I want to add some artillery? Yes, I do want a little bit of artillery to blast apart the enemy, and from that point forward, just make more guns. Construction. We do have a lot of steel here, so while we're still on civilian economy, let's just make a couple of infrastructure builds. Ooh, that is a nice amount of steel we can squeeze out of these provinces. And I think we also need to build a bit of a railway because this province is not linked to the rest of the network, and I do like having my network fully interconnected. The army can all gather up in Santiago. We'll exercise them. I'm not going to trade for tungsten for that one thing I'm lacking. So one thing this mod does do is represent the political situations of these countries very well. And there's a bit of an internal political split in Chile between the government, the fascists, and the communists. And we do kind of, depending on what side you choose, want to keep the other side down, or both if you want to stay democratic. Definitely don't want these guys getting too much power. We also need to balance out the social classes. These things fix various modifiers that come with the highly divided social classes. This is bad, and we'd like to fix it. It's going to cost us time and a lot of political power. We have a lot of work cut out for us. Ooh, the Chilean Navy has a battleship. Aftermath of the Great Depression. Let's also pick up some stability. I always like to get stability early. It's just really good. And let's suppress some communists. I don't like the communists. I want to get more political power gain, or I want more stability. Either one of these two is good, but I think I'll take the middle class first so I can get more political power gain, and that will allow me to get the other ones easier as well. By right, this just collapses the tree into something a little more easy to look at. We can go with the Nazistas, or we can crush the Nazistas, and the war goals, like I said, are more concentrated on the right side of this branch. I'm gonna need the war goals to have a little fun. Fun fact, we can even get revenge on our colonizers, so other than just stealing everyone's coastline, I might also want to steal Spain's coastline for good measure. We'll ruin this country to build it back up. Chief of the army would probably be good, so I can get some army experience taking early. I can make most of this army into mountaineers. Sweet. I'll also be renaming these two channel members because I love my channel members and they have done me a great service in supporting the channel, and they will support me on the battlefield as well. Alright, central bank strengthened. Let's also impose a revenue tax. Taxation is theft, but a necessary evil in this case. Then we can either go democratic or not democratic at all. I think we'll be not democratic at all today. I know, I always fall for the same traps. Take over various government positions. Yes. Of course, we're going with dispersed, but first improve machine tools. Take over via diplomacy. And now we can't do anything until we get election events. So we're kind of stuck for a little bit. Let's work on the industry some more. Expand the industry, get ourselves some nationalism, or ramp up the armories. I think industry, armories, and then nationalism. I guess we'll get some nationalism now. Political power's good, manpower's good, unless there's other stuff we can take. No, still can't do the elections. This country might not be as stable as I'd like it to be. All right, let's get ourselves some mass support. Now, if I'm not mistaken, to get the events to work, I need to put 2 units in every province to be able to influence those provinces. provinces. So let's spread the army out and let them do the gods' work. Also force deploy these last 2 units. All right, now we can garner some mass support. Oh god, I need infantry equipment. Guess what I don't have? Infantry equipment. I should have our stockpile soon, so that's gonna end up being just fine. I'd like trucks, I'd like engineer companies, I'd like radios, I'd like a lot of things. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna get most of these things. And we're starting to get infantry equipment, so I can start working on flipping provinces to our side. We've crushed the press, now we march on the capital, I guess. Let's also get ready to take on our first target, which will be Bolivia. Ah, it's done. Carlos is now in charge, and we have a not amazing flag now. We are fascists, which means war economy. We're gonna build up a significant amount of mills, and let's go for the war goals. Down here, the world is our oyster, or strengthen ties with Peru. I think I wanna eat everyone, including Peru, so let's just do that. Let's get the mountaineers and everybody else ready for wah. I wanna add some artillery, a little bit of mountaineers. That brings them to 25 width. Should be ideal for mountains, unless I'm mistaken. And the basic infantry, for now, we'll just add like a bit of support artillery. And the mountaineers can have support artillery and rangers as soon as I can add them. Yes. I'll start making some cheap-ish fighters, just good engine and a lot of soft attack, or just a lot of air attack, maybe with some drop tanks for range. These are by no means great. They're just a budget solution until I can make something I like. But for now, a couple of fighters is definitely going to help, and I should probably get a little bit of CAS going as well. Just a small smidge of CAS. And political instability is gone. We're now fully stable, and that means we're going to conquer Bolivia. First, we ask Argentina if they want to hand over Tierra del Fuego, which they probably won't. All right, Argentina said no, as expected. I can take the political power hit or get myself a free war goal and a core, and I don't have to use them right away, so let's change their mind, but not actually declare that war. I'll come back to them later. Let's conquer Bolivia instead. I can always go to war with Argentina if I really want to. The independence guarantee doesn't matter because we also have it. That cancels out. We'll simply declare war. The people don't like that though. We'll get protests against rapid expansion. For some reason, the people don't want us to become big, huge, and strong. So we'll have to convince them otherwise. Where's the button? I don't think the button shows up, but there will be a button here that will allow us to appease the people. That said, if the people are going to be stupid, so be it. We are simply going to attack. I've also got a little bit of an air force up. It's not much, but it's a little bit. I'm going to go for a spearhead on La Paz using my mountaineers, and the basic infantry will try to push through to achieve similar goals. What we want to get to is the supply hubs, really. That is our purpose. Steal their supply. Slow the game down a little bit. As for focuses, could get more war goals. Don't need them right now. I could prepare the navy and then stab Peru in the back. That might be a good idea. Or we can get some bonuses for our army. Yeah, I think I want to get some army bonuses first while we wage this war. I have total air dominance because they don't actually have an air force. And we are on our way to La Paz already. La Paz is already taken. Now it's just a matter of walking to the rest. And it's all Jover now. I guess we'll just annex everything. Now we set up for Peru. Now the easiest way to deal with Peru, I found, is naval invasions combined with a push through the mountains here, working your way up north. Or you can just force your way through by only concentrating your forces on like this bit. Just force your way through there and allow the Peruvian army to walk into the forests of Bolivia that really don't matter to you. Also making some slight improvements to the railway network because supply is going to be an issue if I don't. What I'm also going to do is work on a little bit of Navy stuff. Mostly because we have that South America... Where is it? Where is this one? The South American Naval Arms Race? Why not, right? It's also going to grab superior firepower, more soft attack, and it gives us the best, second best tactic, suppressive barrage. Overwhelming fire is not bad either, but breakthrough is the good one, but suppressive barrage is not bad. We got camels here. I didn't know camels were native to Peru. We're just about ready to stab Peru in the back. Let's stop the exercises. Most of these guys should be all right. Air Force also up. Air superiority, CAS, logistics strike. Naval invasion is ready to go in 5 days. We're just going to hit Lima and the surrounding area, take that and set up a hold there while the main army grinds its way through the mountains. That might not be a great idea idea. So if it turns out that's not going to work, we'll adjust on the fly. I want to add engineer companies. Can I afford to? Not really. Artillery. A little bit of extra artillery tends to be all right. All right, that's going to be good. Let's declare that war. Nobody should come to their aid. And the people aren't angry anymore. Hurrah! It's going to be a little expensive in terms of equipment. And I don't think there's any major opposition in the area. Just one guard unit in Lima should be able to overrun it quickly once the supporting attacks also land. There we go. Let's just delete all those. Attack out, attack in, attack out, attack in, and you attack out, and you... Is there anything here that I want to take? Not really. You just attack out. And just like that, we've taken Lima. That's like a serious blow to their stamina. Ideally, what I want to do now is carve right through to the other side here and pretty much trap their army between my units and their capital. So they're not really able to go anywhere. Finally, victory at last. The standard infantry offensive is also going very well. Yep, they're cut in half. Sweet. This isn't even that costly of a war. I've lost 2,000 men and I've completely humiliated the Peruvian army. I've also decided to build up my naval capabilities a little bit since I will be stealing, reclaiming a lot of military factories from my conquests, and dockyards are always pretty valuable if I want to build something of a navy. And it's all Jover. I'm gonna take their navy. It's not a big navy, but any ship will do. And I would very much just like to take the coast and puppet them. But again, same with Bolivia. It messes with the requirements for the next focus, so we'll have to annex all. If you look at it from a distance, it's still just a long boy, right? It's still just a long boy. A little thick in the middle. Now it's time to set up on the next enemy, which will be Argentina. Let us decide upon the fate of Argentina. 10 divisions have been assigned to hit the port in Rio Negro. The rest of the army is just sitting on the border. Got some air up to provide support where needed. And hopefully the Mountaineers... Where's the Mountaineers? Where are the Mountaineers? Hopefully the Mountaineers can carve their way to the port to provide that encirclement opportunity. Let's see how this plays out. The people still a little bit angry about our expansion, but they'll forget all about it soon enough. Okay. They just gave up. Did not expect that. I still have the war gold though, so might as well just declare war. Naval invasions are ready. We're gonna declare the war. Nobody should come in to help. And we're gonna try and punch the Mountaineers through there. No all-out assault required. I don't think that's a good idea right now. Let's just put the air up and see what we can do with the first hits we push out. Yeah, and our Mountaineers are just blasting their way through here. Massive invasion. City is surrounded. We'll just set up here. Launch an all-out assault along the entire line. And the Mountaineers concentrated push towards Cordoba, maybe? Yeah, just drive into their supply network. Cut them off here. That will starve their entire north. Yeah, with the capital taken, they're not going to be much of a threat. Mountaineers have punched through. I'm gonna go for a bit of a meme. I'm gonna see if I can link up with the naval invasion. That would allow me... Ooh. Yeah, take more victory points. All right. So if I can punch the Mountaineers from Cordoba down here towards the naval invasion, I could cut off the entire southern section, mop that up, and just need to head a steamroller up north. And we've essentially linked up the fronts now. There we go. I think we recovered a nice amount of equipment. What do I want here? The coastline, obviously. Is there anything I have claims or cores on? I don't think there is. There we go. Chilean Argentina. Does that break the focus tree in any way? I don't think it does. No, we can simply continue down the path here. Next step, either Venezuela or Paraguay. Maybe it will be better to take Ecuador and Colombia. That will allow me to calm the people a little more quickly. We have attack from both sides. Let's also calm the people. That will allow us to expand a little bit quicker. Stop these exercises, regain a little bit of org, and then we're gonna go and kill off the Ecuadorians. Navy is ready with naval invasion support. Shouldn't be too hard now. At any rate, we've already taken Quito, so this was not the world's most difficult war. Well, congratulations, Ecuador. You're gone. I'll take the coastal tiles and just puppet the rest. All right. Goodbye, Colombia. Mountaineers should be able to push through with air support. Look at them go. Anything they encounter is just push out of the way. Yeah, I went full in on the special forces tree, thinking with all the mountains here, Mountaineers would lead the way, and they definitely do. I don't have a lot of land doctrines, but I really don't need that many land doctrines if the Mountaineers are just going to be this good. And we're about to take Bogota. Yeah. That's the end of Colombia. Beautiful. I didn't even actually face their entire army, so... anything coastal is mine. Perfect. And I think there is a focus for the oil fields, so I don't know how that goes. I think I've got the oil fields in my control, so it's fine. We'll also take their navy, and we'll puppet whatever's left with obvious resource rights and war reparations. Beautiful. Chile grows longer. Shall also design the first aircraft carrier of the Chilean Navy. I just realized I made a mistake. I forgot to take the capital of Buenos Aires, so I need to integrate Argentina to get the capital. No! Oh, there goes my campaign. Time to purge some communism. I still have protests. It's not too bad. Kill the hated communists. Bye-bye. Shouldn't be too difficult. Green air, green bubbles. We'll just crush them. There we go. That was easy. And we'll just puppet them, really. We'll create a Bolivia out of them, and then we'll puppet a Paraguay, and we'll add war reparations on all of them. Oh, that's beautiful. Let's first prepare for the Brazilian invasion, then do the oil fields, and work our way down to the other war goals. The Navy is ready. Naval invasion support. We're simply going to declare they have no friends. They should be over soon. And there goes Caracas. There goes Venezuela. I'll just take the oil-producing territories and the coast because I need Apure. I need Lara, Zulia, and Apure for a focus. All the other ones I don't, so I'll just take the coast once more and we'll puppet the rest. Let's tackle Brazil next, I guess. Maybe even justify a war goal on Uruguay because I don't think we get one from the tree here. No, we don't get a war goal on Uruguay. They get to just sit there. So my goal to deal with Brazil will be to take out the south quickly. A naval landing near Florianopolis combined with a push from the border to cut off their southern troops. Destroy those armies, push up north. At the same time, my elites will storm Sao Paulo and Rio de Janeiro to cut out the heart. After that, maybe a bit of a hopping campaign up there to Recife and Fortaleza. All of their northern victory points, so I don't have to walk through the jungle to get there. I really do not want to walk through the jungle. I think I'll also start making some mechanized. Declare war, no extra guarantees. Naval invasions are all en route. Should be easy and should be quick to overrun Brazil. Right, I don't actually have a border with Brazil. I forgot that this is an Argentinian border. Doesn't matter. Anyway, big naval invasion going off without a hitch. And we've taken Rio as well. Great. So we'll funnel Green Army in there. The Red Army will hold the position for now. And then I'll redeploy Red Army to land into more northern provinces like Recife. Take those ports and victory points. And these guys should be able to push out without any real problems. Right, that is most of my might deployed. That was quick. And while I'm mobilizing more men, might as well just get a second army ready. I've already got them down like 50%, mostly because the victory points are very concentrated. If I can take Sao Salvador, Recife, and then like take the entire bulge here. As the steamroller heads north, we should be able to link it up with these positions. This is actually, I'm just making this more complicated than it needs to be, but it's enjoyable to perform these operations. And we have finished the first aircraft carrier of the glorious Chilean Navy. We got a nice Navy, I gotta say. Like, it's not gonna stand up to the US, but it's a nice Navy though. And there goes Brazil. We'll do the same. Just get ourselves a bit of a coastline and everything else we don't care about. Oh, well, that's just disgusting. So I've got the District of Rio de Janeiro. We've got Chile and Brazil, the Republic of Amazonia, and very long Chile. Oh, I love this. Alright, Darien Gap will simply declare war on Panama, and we'll declare war on Costa Rica. We can get them both at once, at the same time. Naval invasion there, we'll just push into Panama from there. Conquer Central America next, or do like an in-between focus while I wait for things to get a little less terrible? Yeah, let's improve our fighters and then do the Central Americans. And there goes Panama. Unfortunately, we have been embargoed, but it was to be expected. It was to be expected. And it's all coastal, so we'll just annex all of it. And there goes Costa Rica. Again, all of it's coastal, so we'll just annex all of it. And maybe some spies. Let's get an espionage agency. You get like collabs on the US, I guess. I don't want to walk all the way. So we're gonna declare on 1, 2, and 3. Mad protests, yo. People are really, really mad about my warmongering, but I'll get them to calm down, I guess, maybe. So we'll just quickly overrun these areas. Should be easy enough. We'll go on Spain or the USA can wait. I have to conquer this area first anyway. And that is Honduras. Beautiful. One more to go and we'll be up against the allied borders, and then we need to do some actual planning to move forward. I'm thinking we justify in Sao Salvador when we have the opportunity. Same with Uruguay. One army for each should do it. We get ready to take out these allied holdings in one fell swoop. Again, one army should be able to do that. Gotta pay attention to Curaçao and Trinidad. I probably need some troops devoted to that. Navy is ready here in support of pretty much anything. I can go toe-to-toe with individual task forces of the US Navy and the Royal Navy, just not death stacks. So hopefully I won't run into any. And as for Mexico, once all that mess is cleaned up and my coastline is secure, I can probably like shunt my mountaineers up through Mexico. I've got 6 more inbounds. I think I can make that happen. That is Guatemala conquered. Right, we'll set the mountaineers up to go right in there. This army will set up to go along with it. I'll use a handful of divisions to cover the border with Honduras. Everybody is working hard to make sure the ports are covered. I've got an army on Panama Canal as well. I can bring that up to deal with El Salvador when we get around to it. And another 6 mountaineers to the north. That gives me 16 elite mountaineers. They should be able to do like a lot of damage. Got my war goal on the USA. Don't think I need anything else here except more equipment production. When I do this, there is no way back. People are going to be even more angry with me. Just relax. It's just a war. You've seen these before. They're not that scary. Let's do this. All these other countries should join the war soon. So they're in. The Mexicans, not in yet. We have taken the Panama Canal. That means I can link up my transatlantic highway. Full speed ahead. Let's send that army on San Salvador. Justify a war goal. Shouldn't take too long. And our navies are touching tips. I don't know who's gonna come out ahead, but I'm afraid it might not be me. Okay, so I think I bloodied them more than they bloodied me. Still, we've taken the colonizers out, so this should be secure, more or less. Yeah, I'm just gonna join the Axis and join their war. I don't want to join the war against the Russians, though. As we push further north, we must continuously build the Great Railway, the Great Transatlantic Railway. Yeah, there's some people showing up here to defend, but my mountaineers are still able to just blast them apart. Hopefully that lasts. Like I said, the AI is gonna funnel a bunch of troops in here, and if I waited to get a war goal on the Mexicans, or we just waited for the Mexicans to join the war, I would probably have been too late. Just casually making my way up through Mexico. All right, let's get a collaboration government going in the USA. I just don't want to walk very far. I hope we at least count as a major power, so I just take over the faction when Germany dies and we don't capitulate outright. That would be stupid and unfortunate. All right, there go the Mexicans. Now we just kill off the Americans, I think. There's also no mountains here, so I'll just use the mountaineers to go through the Rockies. No, I'll use the mountaineers to head for Los Angeles. And I feel like I'm walking into the US essentially unopposed. Like, their entire army's got to be stuck in Europe somehow. We just shot all over the US Navy. A battleship, the 3 aircraft carriers, just to the bottom of the ocean. Didn't even cost us anything other than 2 bombers. Once the collaboration government finishes, we will at least be close to taking out the Americans. Yalta conference already. Yeah, I think not. I'll bring my boys in. Once I get those divisions in, I might go and take out Sweden, should I be able to. But I only have 16 on the way, so 16 might not be enough. They might not actually make it all the way there. Sweet, Mountaineers made it, sort of. I'm also going to send the Navy over to start doing some damage here. And then the Mountaineers can operate in the border region with Sweden. Maybe buying us some time. America should fall. It's a matter of time. I have the numbers on them here still, and the quality is definitely showing. Once this collaboration government finishes, it should be over. And there goes the German Reich. We are now leaders of the Axis. Who else is in the Axis? Pretty much nobody except for the remains of Norway and the remains of Hungary, who are very much about to die. Yes! The giant is slain. The United States have capitulated. That's gonna take a lot of pressure off. Now this border is disgusting. I still need to take out Canada, which will be easy. Just make this one big front line. Make our attack in that direction. And Canada capitulates when you take all of this. And I think Vancouver. So I'll just walk to Vancouver, start this up, and then we finish the job. I don't think I need all that air power over here now. I'm gonna divert all of my air. 10 wings go here, and 10 wings go here. Oh, there's a lot of wings here already. Never mind. Norwegian Navy is supporting our assault on the Swedish Navy and what remained of many other navies. I've also sunken like half the Soviet Navy, and Norway's capitulated. You have got to be shitting me. Norway has just capitulated. Oh, they naval invaded. All of these mountaineers are now trapped. No, I'm not gonna lose. I refuse to lose. I can still piece this together. Okay, so they are more or less connected. Come on, connect. Okay, they're connected now. I have Trondheim. From Trondheim, I can make an assault towards Bergen. Canada is dead. One army there. One army here. Whatever's left, we can then mop up with a third army here. The northern holdouts, as well as like Alaska, does not matter as much. I will take 2 armies across the sea towards Trondheim, assuming we can make it here. I think I've lost a unit. Yeah, I've lost a unit of mountaineers already. The help is on the way, and with that help, I will drive them all back. They're landing. They're being intercepted somewhat, but they're landing. I am out of manpower, but I can increase mobilization, make the people hate me a little less. Diversify elite forces because I will be getting mountaineers. Sorry, the water boys. Okay, and from here, we reclaim this. If I can take the Nordics from here, I can probably start a campaign south. Shouldn't be too difficult. Set up a border defense up north with the Soviet front. Finland doesn't do anything, and then just naval invade Germany here and try to sweep through. Or no. Set up a defense in Copenhagen, make sure the ports are guarded, prepare for a naval invasion of the UK. Right, after what I can only call a disgustingly expensive push through Sweden, we've knocked the Swedes out, managed to hop into Copenhagen and drive the Danes back. We got a nice little pocket of Soviet and, well, Comintern troops here. We'll crush that, and we continue the drive on southern Germany. Let's drive as far into Germany as we can here. Congratulations, the Flensburg government has been reinstated. I'll set up a naval invasion next. I've also gotten a division design ready. We'll take about half this army and we'll convert him to our new motorized divisions. Though I am a lot of manpower short, there are not a lot of Chileans left. I fortunately have managed to produce my way out of the giant hole I found myself in. It's just manpower, but I'm already mobilizing like 21% of the population, so I got a little bit more to go. Things are almost fixed. That's quite the air battle, but I think the plane quality definitely weighs out in our favor, but I'm not really be able to push through here. The river crossing, the narrow front, the terrain, it's all working against me, plus this is mostly not the world's greatest infantry, but we'll hold this line. Now I just gotta wait for this navy to go away, then I can launch my invasion. Throw the mountaineers in, 24 divisions, should be able to make a dent. Well, naval invasion's already off, so again, we'll just carve England in half, or the UK in half. That's always a good idea. Some forces will head north into Scotland, the rest will head down into England proper. I am sending the mechanized down, give them a different color so I can actually see who's doing what. Let's go to town here. Oh, there goes the UK. Good news, bad news. Good news, I've landed in Ireland and I'll pretty much overrun them without any issues whatsoever. Bad news, they've landed in Florida and they're having pretty much no issues whatsoever. I don't have the manpower to get divisions out, but I am killing these Soviets, so maybe once these Soviets are, there we go, dead, I'll ship these 10 divisions like back over to deal with the situation. Ah! We've taken Kiel. Sweet. From there, we can continue pushing. Mountaineers will have to solve... Oh my god! Well, I'll just keep the mechanized in America. I don't want to ship these guys across again. They constantly get sunk, and I lose equipment and very valuable manpower that I can't really afford to lose. Ooh! I caught some fleets, so some of the ship issue has been dealt with. I'm also planning a naval invasion of Brest, so land at Brest, funnel in a second army. Hopefully that combined will be enough to push the French to the breaking point. I don't know how many French there are though, so it's gonna be a little tricky. I cannot really pull troops away from here, and the mechanized I left at home are doing very well, constantly contesting naval invasions. They keep throwing naval invasions at me, and I hate it. All right, let's see if I can knock out the French French, or at least do some damage to the French. Ooh, that is a lot of Frenchmen, but we've landed, essentially. Part of me really wants to abandon Germany to its fate, just so I can quickly knock out the stupid allied force in France, but I have to keep the dream alive, right? Oh no, the Raj is also a major. I was just stupid. I pulled everybody out of France, just consolidated everything against the Soviet front, and started pushing like an idiot. Well, not so much an idiot, just pushing hard, and like they collapsed. They just fell over. They're gone. Like, look at the strength bars on these divisions. These guys were like a paper tiger. I've just been able to carve my way through whatever remains of the Soviet Union with virtually nothing in terms of opposition. I am hitting the Allied lines now, and there is definite opposition here, so I'm thinking the Allies are going to be my main concern. But as far as the Soviet Union's concerned, like, they're not a factor at all anymore. Even with the numerical superiority the Allies have, with my cast damage and just the quality difference of my troops, I am able to push most places. It's just they got so many units. It feels like you're hitting a wall of these guys. Oh, the Dutch Reich. Is that... Oh, the Reichskommissariat popped up. Sweet. It would be cool if the Germans started making more divisions, though. Rexist Belgium's also... I don't know what Rexist Belgium is. Oh, so that is the Reichskommissariat. That did somewhat break their front lines, though. We're about to reach the Swiss border. That's wonderful. And now the Mountaineers can clean up the Maginot, and I can actually kill the French. Well, it certainly looks like we've broken the French, more or less. Soviet line, not so much. Like, they got a lot more divisions here now. I'm guessing they're realizing that the Chinese war is more of a distraction than anything else. Still, if we can kill the French, that would mean I just need to kill the Indians. So, Turkey and the Raj next. France defeated. Italy falls quickly as ever. Motorized driving south. Mountaineers up through the Alps, and we'll link up with the main front. Gonna divert the Mountaineers and mechanize to take out Spain real quick once we've dealt with Italy. That will allow me to take Gibraltar and bring my fleet in to quickly take out Turkey. Then, of course, we still would have to take out the Raj. I don't want to take out the Raj, but we'll have to if we ever gonna see a peace deal out of this. We made the straight crossing so we can take out Sicily as well. Sweet. All right. No! I got distracted. I got naval invaded. Of course I got naval invaded. Why would I not get naval invaded? All right, everyone to the Eastern Front. Start the meat grinder. Well, if I'm gonna fight the Soviets, let's just get some spies in. Hopefully get a single collaboration government in. I really don't want to do this, but it's probably going to be required to knock them out. I don't have the manpower to continuously do this. All right, we've reached the coast. Let's use the speed we have to blitz our way down to here. It's gonna get risky. This is gonna get risky because I really don't have as many divisions as I would like. Hey, Bulgaria is also back. Sweet. Surely they're at the end of their rope by now. I've killed so many Turks and Greeks and Frenchmen, but honestly, they've taken so many casualties now. I'm up to 3.2 million, but I've killed millions of these people, and they're still coming at me. And these are not small naval invasions either. Like, these are big, chunky naval invasions that take a lot of work. I'm very pleased to have this mostly resolved now. That's Turkey gone. It has to be. It just has to be Turkey gone. Then I would just need to take out India. If Germany is that desperate to die in the Caucasus, I'll let them fight in the Caucasus. I'll just focus on taking out India. Let's go get that war goal on Spain. I'll declare that war just as I'm about to knock out India. Oh yeah, India falling rapidly with the full might of the Chilean army deployed. Unfortunately, Iran also falling rapidly behind me as I leave them in the dirt and continue my push into India. Let's declare war, and they'll probably join the Allies. There we go. Perfect. Quickly overrun them. Call Germany in. Just kill off India now. Yeah, it's just India, so Spain never really became a major. That's it. The peace deal. I'm just going to take what I am owed, and Spain's not involved for some reason. And with that peace deal, we have created Super Chile. We've captured and control every single coastal state in the Pacific Ocean. Oh, look at that long boy. That's a long boy. Oh yes. We don't look at the mess in the middle, but the national state of Chile is the longest country in the world. I haven't really touched anything else because I didn't really feel like it. Oh yes. Beautiful. And that just finishes the whole ordeal. The Spanish are now under a Chilean boot. Chile is the dominant force of well, the world, and we've brought the Axis back from the brink. There's still a Soviet Union to overpower, but honestly, at this point, yes, they have a lot of men, but they've also taken 20 million casualties. I can still call all of my puppets into this if I wanted to, and Germany is back on the wagon. They got 282 divisions. They can probably take the Soviets now, who are dealing and struggling with China and Japan. No worries whatsoever, to be honest, that we'll be able to win this eventually. It's just that I don't want to continue playing, if I'm honest. I've been here for far too long. Anyway, we have created the ultimate Chile, and that concludes our run of Chile, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys will enjoy this next video as well. See ya.